sometimes I'll get a screener and I'll watch like the first episode. This one I binged all the way through. It's a really solid season of writing. It's very tight. And I'm just curious about the comedy itself because it just keeps going. It's really, really funny. How much of that funny was just like on the page? How much is it like the actors adding in, or is it all the writers who kind of brought that to life?
It's a combination, and it was a beautiful combination. I was blessed with amazing writers, amazing stories from our lives, my life, and then this cast who brought it to life in ways like, I imagined, but in exceeded expectations just across the board. We have 10 regulars in the show, and every one of them is just cranking like grand slams after grand slams. And it was so fun at a certain point where I'm just getting to enjoy watching the show happen, as we were filming it. And so it started with the writing, and the actors and the cast just elevated it beyond. And I'm glad that you noticed because we're so happy to share a show that's not just about a family, but that's about a funny family. That's just
Mhm.
their story's hilarious, and you're again laughing through your tears with this amazing ensemble.
I felt that Mahesh was relentlessly optimistic and genuinely seemed to believe that he and his family collectively would prevail just on goodwill and with love, um, if that's not too strong a word, as opposed to, say, my parents and their experience of coming to England in the 1970s and me growing up in that decade, which was completely different. There's a lot more rancor, bitterness, rage, and violence, you know. And so this was, I was very conscious that I was approaching this role through the prism of Vijal's dad, who apparently genuinely shares some of this character's traits.
I will tell you, when I got the sides for the first tape I had to do, I was like, oh, this is good. It's very sharp.
Yeah.
And as a stand-up, I'm very specific about writing, and my eye is always, where's the joke? Where's the joke? Where's the joke? I knew right then that this was like no script I'd seen. Just in terms of the jokes, forget the immigrants and the Indians and all of that, forget all that immigrant of it all, just the script. So
Mhm.
that was very good. What did I bring to it? I mean, I think ultimately as an actor, you stay as honest to the character. What in my case was not difficult because so that's all the characters are very well written. And she's an Indian mom. I had an Indian mom. I am an Indian mom. It's like, all right, fine, let's go.
I feel like I'm very, very similar to Vinod. I would say I'm optimistic, and my parents would agree with me that I'm the joke of the family. I'm always cracking jokes, whether it's well, whatever the situation is. But yeah, I felt like I could really relate to Vinod, which really helped me portraying his character in the show.
Mahesh Pradeep. He's coming to America for work, and he's taking his whole family with him because he knows and he has this vision that if I take the Pradeep's family here, we're going to be so much happier, we're going to be so much better. But then when you watch the show, you realize, wait, although it's America and although it's about freedom and success and the American dream, there's so many social things that you have to go through, whether you're an adult or a kid. And when you watch the show, you'll see that.
To me, it was like the little moments, like when they first arrived, they're eating pizza on a luggage. That's like the reality of moving to a new country. It's you don't have a lot to start with, and it's kind of endearing. And they don't love the pizza either. And I love the reality of like, wait, the pizza in India was kind of they had like paneer on it. Like that was way better than what I'm eating here. So I like that it shows that America isn't this perfect place. Besides Vinod, who's like a little kid who's like, I love this place. I want to be a garbage man guy. The family's like realizing that it's not perfect. It wasn't perfect back at home, but like they're not there's pros and cons to both, which I don't see reflected usually on TV.
I personally, I've done quite a bit of traveling, and there are places where I will get to, and I love understanding that there are cultures that exist that are so foreign to mine that I cannot understand them. And the best I can do is to observe them and try to get some sense of why they act with people the way they do, right? And understand them. There's something super, super scary about the idea of leaving everything you know, the world you understand, and going and assimilating into some new foreign culture. So I have the utmost respect for anyone who does that.